first and foremost, yeah, I mean, email is still the lifeblood of what you're doing because it is the thing that unites pretty much all of our contacts. That being said, I know for a fact that many of my contacts are not reading their emails. That means that following up with them is extremely important. And I think that also following up with people in a diverse way really makes a difference as well. So if someone isn't replying to your email and they haven't replied to your follow-up email, maybe try and DM them on Twitter if you're following each other on Twitter. Discord I found to be really useful in this regard because not only am I able to chase somebody in a more informal, IM way, but typically that has spawned then longer conversations where we've got to talk about other topics than the topic I got in touch about. And we've ended up getting a lot more back from each other from that. And I think that, that comes down to the fact that certainly in this industry, I think most people they very sincerely are happy to talk to you. They just don't have time. So you have to be very patient with people and not necessarily expect this immediate thing to come back to you. And you just got to be very forgiving and say, look, I know that you've ignored 5 of my emails, but I'm going to assume that the reason for that is the same reason I sometimes ignore my emails, which is that you're really busy. And that is not your fault. That's just the way it is. So yeah, I think, press releases it's a good thing to start with because it gives you a really good idea of what the interest is in what you've sent out. And if we have a press release and we get a really good, amount of replies back or just a really good open rate, or we see really good coverage coming out the back of it, that is very encouraging for us to say, okay, we got the, we got the actual targeting of this right. We sent this to the right people because they were actually interested in what we had to say. And the actual news itself, we did this at the right time because there was something of value here for people. So I still believe in press releases very, very highly, but I think you need to be prepared. And also don't forget that, the people who are closest to you, especially with press and influencers, they probably also follow your social media. So if you announce a new game and you put the trailer up on your Twitter and you put the trailer up on your YouTube, odds are you don't actually need to send a press release for those people to have seen that piece of information.